friends, welcome back. Scotty the trucker here, coming to you from my first 90, my first solo 90, which is the receiver. It's code for the end of your load. And you may see me jiggling a little bit because I am currently being unloaded. So yeah, so far so good. I wish there was some wood to knock on in this truck because I haven't left the receiver yet. I guess there's still room for disaster to occur. It hasn't been perfectly smooth. Things have come up and changes and things like that, but which I'll run through, but nothing to the point where I would call curse yet. So, all right. So just by way of update, I always forget exactly where I leave off on the last, but I believe I left y'all. I was waiting for my load to come in Springfield. It came in. I was told by driver lineup that it had the trailer needed work and it was in the shop. I think I might have told y'all that sometime during my sleep while I was waiting, I started getting alerts that the trailer reefer was turned off when it needed to be on because it was full. So I got two pairs of that. The first one I kind of dismissed. I was like, well, they're working on it. That's probably all it is. And then I got another set a few hours later, and I'm kind of running through this quickly because I think I put this on the last one. Second set, I was like, oh, I better be careful. I'm technically on this load. I'm dispatched on this, and my worry was maybe the trailer shop had not called me and dropped it off with the reefer off, and things were melting. So I checked on it, but no, all was well. They were still working on it. I was able to leave about 3:30 in the morning, a little later than I wanted. There's loads of time on this trip, so it wasn't. I mean, I just wanted to get an early jump, and that's kind of who I'm going to be as a trucker. I want to get there as quickly as I can, within reason. And if I have to wait at the end, I would rather that. I'd rather do that than like sit here on the front end, because there's time. Because things can happen. I want to make sure I'm getting out there as quickly as I can. So anyway, left at 3:30. Drove about 9.5 hours, roughly northeast to little town Darien, Wisconsin, just above the southern border into Wisconsin. Pretty easy first run, actually. I've driven this before. Very few obstacles along the way. The only city is St. Louis, and I did go through that during kind of morning rush hour, but at St. Louis it's not really a really difficult city even during that time. So really no big deal. I got up to Flying J that I had picked out in Trucker Path before I left. It's about 20 minutes from where I am right now, and I had roughly 24 hours to sit, and I know that some of you more seasoned truckers out there are probably cringing that I sat for 24 hours, and I get it. Later on, when I'm much more comfortable, I will be pushing harder. If I get to a place 24 hours early, believe me, I will get on the phone and see if they are willing to take me early and let them know that I'm close by. And I know sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. My trainer did that regularly, and I will too. Certainly would love to drop a load a day early and maybe get something else on the pay period. But for this one and maybe the next few, I just want it to go smoothly. And so I wanted to get to the area quickly. I wanted to just have a little bit of relaxation, try to calm the nerves along the way on this load, and just be there on time and not hit anything. That's really my 100% goal right now. So enjoyed myself a little bit for 24 hours. I got here an hour early from before my delivery time. First little snafu. First snafu was when I was leaving the fuel island at the Flying J this morning. I got gas, and I got my diesel, and I got and check it out. And I ran into the store looking for a replacement one of those. They didn't have those, so just for temporary, I got a small padlock, and I have that looped to the hook point. And next chance I'll put the right piece on there. But that was the first thing. That was like a 10-minute delay, not a big thing. But of course, I had 24 hours, and the problem comes as I'm pulling out. So that's my luck. Second snafu little thing. When I got here, this was supposed to be a live unload, which you'll see is what's happening. But when I got to the window, they said it was a drop-in hook, and I was like, "Oh, great, that sounds good to me." But when I messaged that to my fleet manager, they're like, "No, this was supposed to be live load. Can you at least get a reason why they're switching it?" So I ran back in, and they said, "Well, we're happy to switch it back." I don't really have a reason. We're going to have you drop it. So they switched me back to live load. I parked here. Third snafu. I don't even know if it's a snafu. I got into my parking space. I didn't hit anything. I probably did more pull-ups than a more seasoned trucker would.